Welcome back to my channel. Hello, subscribers. Welcome new subscribers, and welcome to anyone passing through. Big shout out to Half Empty for Patreon. Thank you for sending the information yesterday that this Harvest by Nightwish was available on YouTube. Also, thank you, Marco from Facebook. You sent me the link as well, so I appreciate it. I will never be one of those reactors that can get to it first thing because I have to work a full job and another supplemental job. So when all these come out, I'm sitting at the desk or working, so I get to it on the weekends when I can. Got a little bit of a delay going on today. If I know Nightwish, I'm going to guess there's a poem in here somewhere. There's a deep meaning. Let's take a different approach. You know, a lot of times reactors are going to plug in the song and they're just going to start bouncing their heads around and saying, oh, yeah, that's great. But because I have that kinship of poetry, I would like to first talk about what is a harvest. Well, it's a time or season of gathering. And that can hold so much meaning that, you know, we in life find different seasons of life. And it's time to harvest. It's seeing these acts of things coming through fruition for which we are harvesting. So it could be an amount, it could be a measurement of, it's just a time and a season. And how beautiful is that truly? So I'm really anxious to get this one going. Without further ado, let's just get on it. And before you might want to know, that over there is the new system. And I have yet to get the time to find a desk or something where I can set it up and start plugging things in and starting to figure out how it all works. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to start doing that. So I just picked it up last Friday. So we're looking forward to this very much. Anyway, let's get started. It's called Harvest, the official lyric video. And here we go. I like the beat. I like that part.
My harvest will come, tiny valorous straw, among the millions facing to the sun. I will pause before a man whose path has just begun. Something unsung awakens.
I like that part.
The quaternary code gave mankind a rose, so we could see the beautiful die. Strange piece of stone hovers over crops, and a child's face aglow before the scythe. Join the harvest of 100 fields, hearty and tame, all going back to one single grain. Offer light to the coming day, inspire a child, water the fields, surrender to the earth. Water the fields, surrender to the earth. Water the fields, surrender to the earth.
Okay, I'm going to have to take the first pause. Now, this is definitely a meaning here. So let's look at these lyrics. And I have to get into this. This is my way of pausing. We're going to talk about a little bit about this. My harvest will come, tiny valorous straw. Valorous is value or worth. I think it's in the archaic language, to be honest, or Old English or something like that. Among the millions facing to the sun. Of course, the sun, it's life-giving, okay? I will pause before a man whose path has just begun. Okay, take pause, possibly in oneself, or looking onto someone else whose path is just beginning. Something unsung our way comes. And you think of unsung, so it could be innate, it could be that of intangible, of something coming our way. The quaternary code gave mankind a rose. It's beautiful, isn't it? So we could see the beautiful dye. Oh my gosh, right there. We could see the beautiful dye. Think about that for just a moment. It's the process of life and the circle of life to that of coming to the time that things end and what you might learn over that period of time. This is just my opinion. This is first time reaction from a poetic mindset, okay? Strange piece of storm hovers over the crops. Now, this is storms of life, possibly. It's themes change. There's a one for you. In a child's face, aglow before the harvest, if you will, or a scythe, I guess they call that, which is a tool for harvest. But okay, let's keep going. Join the harvest of 100 fields, hardy and tame, all going back to one single grain. Oh my gosh, one single thought. First thought. It could be a first of anything. It could be the breath of life, a time of being born, a time of creation, and you offer that light to the coming day. It's our light giving back to love. Water the field. Here we take that moment in time in our lives to give of ourselves, so in such a way that we can actually reap that harvest later. Um, Oh my God, it is so filled with deep meaning here. All right, that's my first pause. I could go on and on. I can't bore you to death with that, but it's pretty cool. It's just amazing. I don't know any other that are so poetic, and I'd like to get started back on this then. So anyway, let's get back on it. That was pause number one. So here we go.
They have beauty beyond the poetry, but choose a silent misery. The deeper their sea, the less remains. They'll find the pretty words and tame flocks to herd. There's that sort of carousal of dare. Join the harvest of 100 fields, hearty and tame, all going back to one single grain. Offer light to the coming day, inspire a child, water the field, surrender to the earth. Water the field, surrender to the earth.
Let's just take a quick pause number two. I love the instrumental because it does have that Celtic feel, and it also gets us into a little bit of the heavier. You can hear the metal, but you can still hear the melody and the orchestra sound from that aspect. I think it's a little sampling of and the bridge of the song that's giving us a little bit of the beauty and the joy of the coming harvest. And let's go back also to another lyric that I thought was very good. So let's talk about they have beauty beyond the poetry, but choose a silent misery. They have beauty beyond poetry. Now, the silent misery to me is that of dying of self and selfish ways. How you come through these trials and tribulations in life, and it might be of an internal or silent, right? Turmoil or it's dying of self to become more eternal minded, possibly. The deeper their sea, the less remains. That just right there, that solidifies that thought for me. Okay, this is just an opinion. The deeper their sea, meaning the deeper they go, learning through trials and tribulations, gathering wisdom, harvesting, the less remains, or the less of self or self ways, and we find who we are as people. They'll find the pretty words and tame the flocks to herd. So we are getting things gathered in an orderly way. There's that, or the carousel of dare. And then, of course, it goes back into to the one single grain and onward they go. So that's pause number 2. I'm doing this because I'm not sure how YouTube is going to react to getting this through, but let's keep going. All right, here we go again. And arrive alive, full of life, unscathed, you know. So in the lyric video, did you notice that of the ground was of ready for harvest, but also the trees, they were not green. They were in season of change. The sun was always in the background, rising. I noticed these things, and it's important to notice these things because you got to get in the mindset and really listen to the messages here. I did enjoy the Celtic sound. I enjoyed everything that Troy brought to it, and Thomas, and all of them brought to it. So I'm going to get this over in editing, and I really appreciate your time for watching. So let's just get this over there and get it up and running.